This past week, first responders from across West Virginia and 5 other states attended a week-long training at the Wood County Resiliency Center. Our Thomas Chase was at the final day of the training on Friday and has more.
The Wood County Resiliency Center was the site of a week-long mental wellness training course for first responders across the country. 25 first responders attended the course representing West Virginia and 5 other states. Members from the Wood County Sheriff's Office and Vienna Police Department also attended the training. The class, called Power and Peers, is a National Fraternal Order of Police designed course, which Sheriff Rick Woodard said is very important in today's day and age.
It will allow us to put trainers out in the field to help our officers with stress that they deal with every day. It's something that's been neglected for years within the first responder community.
Bill Manier is the Director of Public Service Training for the MOV and Southwest region of West Virginia.
It's designed to teach responders how to help responders, because the struggles that a responder deals with, the struggles that the public deal with, can be challenging, both mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Manier said that he's been in public service for 53 years. He said that when he began, there was no peer support. Manier said that one of the reasons why he's still involved in training and educating is that he wants first responders to know that they have available resources for mental wellness.
We want the generations that are out there now and those that are coming ahead and coming into the business to be better prepared to manage that physical, emotional, and mental challenges of what the job brings.
The course is designed for those who attended the training to bring back what they learned to their home departments. Sheriff Woodard spoke on what he hopes his sheriff's office takes from the training.
There's never been any kind of training like this that we could send our folks to that will allow us to look at it in a different, more professional light. So that's what I'm hoping to bring, is their skill sets back to our department to teach others, to get others involved in the mental wellness of our deputies.
The training wrapped up Friday with coins being presented to attendees and keys to the city of Vienna presented to the 2 instructors of the course. In Parkersburg, I'm Thomas Chase with WTAP News. This is Home.
Coming up in sports.